Hello everybody and welcome back to Tales of Eternia. In our last episode we did the extra kind of bonus content dungeon, the sunken ship. So if you missed that one, make sure to check out the previous episode. It's a pretty cool side dungeon, bonus content, whatever you want to call it, optional dungeon, I guess. But we're going to go ahead and continue on the story from this episode, and we are heading to Rid's third and final trial. I love being up here in the center sort of barrier between the two worlds. Of course, the observatory there is upside down. We'll have to rotate our ship. Let me go see if I can find the Seyfart ring here, where Shizel is hiding out. There it is. But yeah, it's just so cool. You can go around, and if you look down, you know, occasionally you can see the continents underneath. Depending on where you're at, you know, you can see the continents down below you. And when you rotate the map, then you'll see the Celestia continents. But anyway, let's go ahead and rotate here. Ifrit's hub. I just like the way they designed this was really cool. The way you can, you know, travel up here to the center between the two worlds and then rotate it so that you can, you know, go to the opposite world. But I want to welcome everybody back to the series. Hope you've been enjoying watching this game. It's you know, definitely one of the most underrated of the Tales games, I think. Here's Ifrit's statue, proof that this was built by him. Yeah, I kind of wish that this game had actually gotten a sequel instead of like Tales of Xillia 2 or something. We should have had Tales of Eternia 2, because this story is really great and the characters are really interesting too. And there we go. Now we're right side up, or upside down, whatever you want to call it. And we are here for Rid's final trial and challenge, so he can get his special skills. Still impressed with the really nice design of some of these places. Even though most of them you really only visit once, they, you know, put a lot of thought into the detail and the look of it. So this is the main observatory room. Of course, Gil immediately goes for the computer console, because that's all he really cares about, is like, oh look, the computer system. While everybody else is checking out the gorgeous view. If you look in that picture, you know, above you can see Celestia and below is Infidia. since we're straight up between the two worlds. Nice touch. And Keel, did you break it already? So while Keel is going to work the computer system, Rid is going to go ahead and go take his test. And I guess Meredy is going to stay behind and help him out. And Farah is going to go with Rid. So, couples confirmed. And Quickie is just going to chill there, apparently. So Farah is kind of thinking how much Rid has grown up, and how big and adult-like and kind of serious he's become. And he's like, hey, I'm not fat, I'm big. Of course, she's talking about his seicho, his improvement from when they were children. And she wants to make sure he comes back safely. Alright, last dialogue with our ghostly keeper of the Safe Heart Shrines, giving us our final illusion, which is probably one of my favorites.
当たり前だろ。極光術を得ることがエターニアを救う最後の可能性なんだ。
Once again, there's a reference there to Eternia, Rid says, so I'm definitely curious, like, all the words, Eternia, in the English version, what did they replace that with? They must have replaced it with something. Instead of calling it Eternia, they must have made something up or whatever. So if they ever made an Eternia 2, they'd probably have to call it Tales of Destiny 3. To cover their tracks or something, making everything even worse. But in this trial, we get to be little Meredy, which is just awesome. But we'll actually be controlling Shizel herself. But Rid is taking the form of Meredy, so he gets to live the very important events that happened in Meredy's childhood. You notice Shizel is here with Bariru, and Bariru is actually her lover. I guess since they don't really have marriage in Celestia. So you could say husband and wife if you wanted to, but I guess Celestia's system is a little different. And their house is under attack by Biriaru, who I guess doesn't approve of them being together. He probably, doesn't like the fact that you have a Celestian and an Ephirian together. And or maybe he's just jealous and he wanted Shizel for himself. Who knows his reasons. So Bariru wants us to take a Meredy and escape. So yeah, he was actually a good guy after all, and there were just rumors that he was a villain. So he's going to defend his family, and we get to play the role of Shizel in this backflash, who is super powerful. It's too bad Can't get her to actually join the real party. That would be epic awesome. As you will see. Oh, the bad guys are here. You don't approve of the two worlds having a relationship, apparently. But you'll probably recognize this house. This is the house from Luishka, the town we went to where the old man was kind of living, Meredy's mentor. And of course, when we came here before, it was totally wasted. Everything was broken down. I love it. During panic music, let's just play a nice tune on the music box. So I can't really look at anything, unfortunately. It'd be cool if there was a status picture, but we've got Shizel here, who's really powerful, and the level 1 little baby Meredy, who's so cute. But yeah, you'll recognize this place. We came here when it was all destroyed. Looks pretty nice now, the way it originally looked. Always some bad person that's got to ruin our day, huh? So, no access to the menus, of course. I try to remember the spells here that I've got. Got some spells that are pre-set up, and you can't really switch them. Spark Wave being the best, because it's the quickest to cast over and over again. Almost has no cast time. But I gotta make sure that little Meredy here is protected. If she dies, you lose. And Shizel herself has, you can't actually look at the equipment, but she has some kind of regen item on because she's constantly regenerating her own health. So, important to heal Meredy during the fight. Since you don't have access to the skills in the menu, you have to heal her during the fight rather than out of the fight. It's kind of interesting, I can read those things now, even though they're Melniks. So we need to escape here. I think it's through the window, but just want to make sure there's nothing here. There we go. So we're going to sneak outside through the window and down the smokestack or whatever it is. But they're waiting for us. Waiting for their own demise. You do not want to mess with Shizel. Try to kill them before they can even get over here. Stay away from my little girl. I should probably switch, yeah. A lot of people don't know, but you can reverse the character order by hitting L1 on the PlayStation controller to reverse so that Meredy will stand on the opposite side of me. So Shizel's calling Galenos here, who is the elderly gentleman that, took care of Meredy. I like little Meredy there. She looks so cute. So that's the room that he hung out in and did an experiment on Rid. Boy, you guys are shitskoi. Haven't got enough punishment. So reverse it here, that way Meredy stands behind me. and show off some of Shizel's awesome attacks. These guys keep changing formation, so I have the wrong one targeted. Well, it's too dangerous to go that way. Yeah, so this is why Meredy has sort of bad memories of this room, I think. So, it says we can get out through that hole. I can't quite remember. Maybe the controls open it? Let's see. Yeah, I thought that opened automatically, but I think I have to push a button. There we go. So yeah, button on the control panel, and that opens the hole. So we can sneak out of the house here. How did all those guys climb down in there so quick? This is the only time you get to see this village not destroyed. And there is Hyadis, who we fought 3 times already, who supposedly was, you know, a friend of the family, but apparently he has betrayed us all. By the evil Byaru. What a jerk. So, in a way, truly, he is the main villain of the game. At least I feel, because, in a way, everything is his fault. So we've been taken back into the house for our execution, apparently. And he calls out Bariru to show himself, basically, or else something terrible will happen to Shizel and Meredy. And Bariru says to release them, let them go, they have nothing, they haven't done anything wrong. Total creepy dude. Shizel wants Bariru to run away, but he can't do it. Shizel tells him to stop touching her. Dude, you do not punch baby Meredy. And Bariru gets in the way to save his beloved. Oh. So actually, Bariru, when he traveled here, was in a relationship with Shizel. Meredy was born. And then their entire life was destroyed. And during that moment, the worst possible moment, when all hope was gone, Meredy was able to enter Shizel's body. And that killed everybody. That's what you guys get. So yeah, in a way, that's the guy that started everything. And there's that explosion that destroyed the town. So Rid definitely got to see some very important, events in the past. But of course, we as the player really needed to see those events to understand where Shizel's coming from, and Bariru and Meredy as well. And we get our final skill. Special Ogi, not Mystic Artez. Stupid translators. So our final Ogi is, a special way to block Shizel's ultimate attack, which killed us before. And Rids are sort of somewhat faints there, and Farah catches him. I think he did it on purpose, though. So Farah's impressed. He's passed all the trials. She's calling him kakkoi. Kind of nice that Rid and Farah have some special moments. They make a pretty good couple. Which is why I really like to see a more modern game of Tales of Eternia. A sequel would be awesome. Uh-oh, something's going on upstairs. So we better hurry to where Keel is messing around with the controls. He probably broke something again. But apparently Keel somehow managed to get the system working so that we can open up the Safe Art Ring and we'll have access to Shizel and Shizel's castle, which is that black orb in the center. The final dungeon. And Keel figured out that Rid needs to put the Safe Art key into this system in order to activate it. And now we have access to the Death Star. Or the Black Orb. And dang it, Quickie, why are you always, showing your rear end at us? Come on, man. We don't want to look at that. Hope you've been keeping it clean, man. Alright, so now we have access to the final dungeon in the game. So with the cannon on the ground and our cannon here on the Van Eltia, we're gonna try to break through to where Shizel is. Gananos apparently has super good eyes. He can see the Van Eltia up there, all ready to go. He's got some pretty good vision for an old man. Sadly, we were not able to break through. We'll have to try again. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching. This is a good place to stop. We'll continue the story in the next one. We're getting pretty close to the end, so hope you'll join me next time. We'll see you all in Disc 3. Man, I gotta stand up here and switch out to Disc 3? What is this, like caveman style gaming? Back in the old days? Alright, here we go. Eject. Swap to Disc 3.